What's going on, guys? It's Danny here, and this is going to be a guide on how to farm the Lashers in Dire Maul East as a priest. In this video, I'll talk about everything: the gear, the talents. I will do a full run with detailed explanation on where to go and what to do. I will show you how to reset your own dungeon without having to ask someone else every time for a reset. And at the end, we're going to look at how much gold you can make per hour from this while looking at screenshots of full bags. So in terms of gear, I did a combination of my PvE and my PvP sets so that I can get as much mana as possible. Number one priority, intellect, followed by some stamina. I have taken gear off before to do runs with lower HP and mana pool to test for the video, and I would say the minimum amount of mana you would need would be 5,900 and the minimum HP would be 3,000 with the stamina buff. Right now I have 6,450 mana and 4,100 HP with the improved power word fortitude buff, and this is so much to the point where I can safely pull single pulls of one pack without having to use any cooldowns. You will see that in a second when I do the run. In terms of talents, you do not have to go out of your way and respec into the absolutely perfect talents to do this, as long as you have the talents that are a must-have, which is pretty much inner focus, mental agility, mental strength, power infusion, and Holy Nova from Holy. There are talents that do help and you can put your points in them so you can reach the ones at the bottom. The ones that do help quite a lot: power word shield improved, improved stamina buff, a point or 2 or even 3 on inner fire, force of will. Okay, so the first thing we want to do as soon as we enter, pre-shield, wait for the mana to be full again. After the pre-shield, 15 minutes left of shield is enough. We go here, we yell Leroy Jenkins, and we jump straight into the first pack. Okay, now seriously, there is always a patrol here the first time you enter and every time you reset, so wait for the patrol, buff yourself if you aren't buffed already, and if you want to be safe, you can jump from here, straight down, heal yourself, and then pull the first pack. But as you saw, there was no issue at all with me jumping into the pack as long as I was pre-shielded. Remember, before every pull, pre-shield. But this additional heal plus the pre-shield, you are not 100% mana, so you might have to drink once more. And if you're not a mage, drinks actually cost gold, so I would prefer, I always jump into the pack. There is a little patrol here, but you are safe anyway if you hug the tree. So just pull these, and this is the first pull. With the amount of HP and mana that I have, I don't need to use any cooldowns on single pulls. I use both cooldowns at once on double pulls. And rank 2 Nova to finish some of the lower HPs. I use max rank Nova. But when there is many mobs that are very low HP, instead of wanding them one by one, if I have mana left, I will use rank 2 Nova. So now we drink. Be a little bit careful in the beginning. Don't try to go fast. Don't try to speedrun or anything. For the first 10 runs, it's about learning the patrols, where they go, and learning the locations of these elites. So now we're gonna go this way, avoiding the pack on the left and the pack on the and this elite. Well, you could do this one, pull them here and kill them together, like on top of these, but the next one is a double pull from me. When you're doing it for the first time and you have very little gear, like the minimum requirement, you want a single pull and use one cooldown for each single pull. This pull use inner focus, next pull use power infusion, and etc. So pre-shield, wait 100% mana. It's important to start with 100% mana because sometimes you will be one Nova short and maybe inner focus will be on cooldown and you will not be able to kill them. So now the second one comes. I renew as well before they are about to hit me, and with power infusion this should be enough. Something important to note here, if you noticed in the previous clip when I jumped into the pack, I put my back to the wall, and power infusion, I mean inner focus for one more. You either have to put your back to a wall, I will show you again later on with the next packs, or you have to do like a little bit of kiting, like a little steps back. Don't forget to renew while drinking, so at the same time you're getting full HP and full mana from the drink. So these mobs, if you watch the mage do this, mages do this perfectly fine, by the way. A few classes can do this sort of farm. Mage is probably the easiest and the fastest than everyone. But if you watch the mage do this, you would probably not notice. But these lashers have a backstab ability. If you have too many on top of each other, they will like push each other, and some of them will end up behind you and backstab you if you never move, and that might kill you because the backstab is 3 times more damage. So little steps back to make sure there are none behind, or putting your back to a wall like that so they don't go behind. This pillar specifically though, they go like inside of it sort of and backstab me anyway, so it's more reliable the big walls, not the pillars. The next we want to continue is straight up. There is this pack in front, so wait for it to go away. If you have herbalism, there is herbs here. Pre-shield, and when the packs are gone, I just drag this pack here. I just go straight up on it and drag it over here on the right side of this pillar. There is a elite here on the right side, so be a little bit careful. That one, it's pretty far, and there is a pack that stops right there. So rank 3 Nova must have resisted a lot, right? So you can see that sometimes even with my amount of HP and mana, sometimes it could be a little bit risky and I could drop less than half HP. Renew up to heal.
I can't lose that.
Okay. Inner focus. Always remember inner fire. Always remember to have inner fire up and pre-shield and wait for 100% mana. Right here, 2 important things when you reach this point. Right here is a book spawn. There are 2 book spawns that can contain really expensive books that sell for a lot of gold. That can increase your gold per hour from this by a lot. The most I have gotten so far in 30 runs, in over 30 runs, is the Warlock book that starts the quest for the Warlock trinket. That one goes for about 10 to 15 gold on my server, but everything is cheap on my server. If you happen to get the priest one, it's actually best in slot for priest, and it's about 50 gold, 50 to 80 gold. And there are a lot more expensive books as well. You can get something really epic from here. So the book, the first spawn is here. I will put a screenshot on the screen right now where I am standing right here and there is a book in front of me. You will be able to see it if it's there, okay? Another thing to notice about this area is this broken pillar over here is a reset place. You can stand on top of it and reset if you get aggro of something around here. So I want to show you just for the video. These ones, I will aggro them. So now I will go on top, stand right here, and they will sit there watching me for a little bit, thinking what the hell is going on. And shortly they will go back to do whatever they were doing. So reset place and a book spot, #1 over there. Also herbs if you have herbalism. It increases the gold per hour from here by a lot. But you will see that a little bit later after we are done with the run. So now we continue this way, avoiding the mob on the right. This tree NPC here is always a safe spot. But I don't pull here because sometimes it could be a little annoying to loot in his legs. I wait for this patrol here in front of the NPC tree. I wait for the patrol to go away. And the next one, my cooldowns are up again. After I have done 2 pulls of 1 single. The next one is a double pull from me. If you don't have my mana and HP, you will go single pulls, like I said. So remember to not pull the Lashers pre-shield and wait full mana. Remember to not pull the Lashers when there is a patrol on top of them or near them, because the patrol will aggro as well. So here I will wait for the patrol to go to the other pack and I will pull that pack. And you can kill that pack here if you're single pulling, but what I do is I drag them and I pull the other one as well here when the patrol is gone. Another shield just in case. Pre-renew. Back to the wall, very important. And with power infusion, kill them. Power infusion and inner focus. Back to the wall so I don't take backstab damage. I took backstab damage right there, you saw it. It's a purple number on the screen. The others are red. The backstab is purple. The backstab is about 3 times more than their normal damage. So it's important to know that as a priest and avoid it. So I drag them to here, and while I'm drinking, just like the first book location, while I'm drinking here, I already checked, but if you don't know that this is a book location, you wouldn't have checked. So while drinking or while coming here with this pack together, I check for the book, which is right there. I will put another screenshot right now, where I'm standing at this exact place, and there is a book in front of me, right there. So if it's there, you will see it. And it's more efficient this way. There is a pack that comes and stops there, so be careful to not be too close to it. I would prefer to be next to the wall, but it's fine. I didn't aggro them. When the pack is gone, we go here. I'm hugging this pillar on the right a little bit because you can break the warp pod and pull that pack over there. Oh, I broke it. Be ready for that, actually, because the warpwood pad can root you like that. I didn't pre-shield and wait for 100% mana though. I hope it's not a problem. I hope I'm not mana short for 1 Nova. Remember, you can use lower rank Nova that costs... Okay, here I'm gonna use rank 3. Another rank 3 or 2. And this is very close because I didn't wait 100% mana. I don't have any HP potions left. You see, sometimes it could be an issue for me even with my amount of HP. Anyway, you get the idea, you know how it works. The way I loot it, by the way, to loot it very fast is I just hold shift, which is my button to auto loot, and I just spam on top of them with little steps to the side so I don't show the loot window. I just spam right click on top of all of them. So there is no book here, and now after we have killed the pack from over there, we go back and we have 1 more pack left. This has taken 12 minutes so far. I have 18 minutes left of stamina. So careful with the pack here. The patrol. This has taken 12 minutes so far, but it normally takes less for me. I can do 10 minutes runs without herbing. I'm not herbing yet. I will most likely level herbalism very soon for this, to get more gold out of this. So here we go this way, avoiding the elite on the... It's safe, avoiding the elite, and the patrol will not aggro. Go this way and hug the pillar to the right a little bit like this. because there is a satyr. Let's see if we can spot the satyr. I want to show it for the video. That patrols until here. That one wipes me a lot. As a priest, we can't like Nova and ignore it until we get to reset it or kite it and kill it. I don't know if I want to try to kill it for the video. I don't think so. Just avoid it. It's stealthed. The satyr right there. He's stealthed, so he goes out of this cave. It's likely for you to meet him, and he goes all the way until there somewhere. So when you're coming back from clearing those packs and checking that book spot, I would recommend not going like this and then like that, but going here. And the very last pack is over there at the corner. At the left corner behind that tree. Pre-shield, wait a little bit for full mana. And this is the last pack. Okay. So it's going to be 14-15 minutes total, but this is for the video. I am speaking, explaining the runs. The run took more time than it normally does for me. Okay, a lot of them must have resisted. Rank 2 Nova, and it's all good. Okay. And here, to be even more efficient, what I do is, before to reset, I log out. Like, I activate a drink. It's 30 seconds. When there is 20 seconds left of the drink, I start logging out as well. So now in 20 seconds, my drink will be done and I will be logged out. And when I log back in after the reset, I'm ready to go right away again with full mana, full HP. Buffs are enough to go for another run without having to rebuff. And the way you can reset your own dungeon is you wanna have someone invite you, or you invite them and make them the group leader. So then it's you and them. You log out of your main and you log in with another character. I do it with my bank out. So the person invites my bank out as well, and then the other person can leave the group. So it's only me and my bank out. The way this works is when one person from the party is disconnected for longer than 2 minutes, the leader will be given to the other person. So now I'm disconnected from the priest and the leader came here, and I can reset all instances. Dire Maul has been reset and I'm ready to go again. So how much gold can you make from this per hour? Right now you can see 3 different pictures on your screen. Everything that you see in those bags was obtained in one farming session of 12 runs, which was done in, assuming, 3 hours. I personally can do 12 runs in a little bit less than 3 hours. The more runs you do, the better you get at it and the faster you do them. I can do about 10 minutes per run without herbing. If I was herbing, I would add another between a minute or 2 maybe, I don't know exactly. And then remember that between each reset, it takes about 2.5 minutes. So 15 minutes would be safe to assume per run. That means 4 runs in 1 hour or 12 runs in 3 hours. And you can see how the most gold comes from vendoring the grays and the whites on top of the screen. On the left picture, for example, you can see I had good luck and I got 56 gold and 53 silver from vendoring those. Unless you find something very rare, on the picture of the right, I found the traveler's backpack. Those are about 20 to 25 gold on my server. And I had living essences, and that recipe pattern and the enchanting recipe were also about 10-15 gold both. They were a bit expensive ones on the auction house. So for example, from greens on the picture on the right was more than the grays. In the picture on the middle, I found an epic. That was my very first one from farming the Lashers here. It vendors for about, auction house for about 34 gold on my server. On the picture on the left, for example, I found 2 blues. One of them was the chest. It was a plate tanking chest. And the other one was the book to start the Warlock quest for the Warlock class trinket. It was about 10 gold on my server and the chest was 5. The greens, every time I have been vendoring them, you could auction house them if they disenchant into materials that will be more expensive than vendoring the item itself. I play on a really popular server, there is a lot of dedicated try-hard players, everyone is disenchanting. I would rather vendor the stuff at the moment, especially like in the picture on the left. I found 3 weapons. When you find 2-hand weapons, they sell for more than 4 gold each. And towards the bottom of the bags, we have all the herbs. The Lashers that you're killing, they can drop all the herbs. You do not need herbalism for that. And the amount of gold, 13 gold, 63 silver. On the left, 21 gold, 25 silver in the middle. 13 gold, 29 silver on the picture of the right. Those are very different for everyone because different herbs sell for different prices at different phases of WoW Classic. Also, in different servers, we have different prices as well. I talked to a few viewers of mine that were also auction housing and farming stuff here in Dire Maul East, and they said in my server everything is very cheap, very low prices overall. The herbs that have a red X on them is herbs that I didn't bother auction housing. I just vendor them because it's around the same price as the auction house. And something very important, if you have the herbalism profession and you're gathering all the dream foil and Grom's blood, you obviously auction house that. You will be making at least double the amount, probably 3 times the amount, depending on the server and prices and everything, of the gold that I am making from the herbs. Picture on the left, my herbs made 13 gold, 63 silver. For you, with the gathering profession, that could have been 39. By the way, the log boxes, I put a question mark on them. You can see the picture on the left, 2 log boxes. One of them actually had a traveler's backpack in it, but it's very random, so it's a question mark. It could be a little bracer that vendors for 60 silver, or it could be something epic that, I don't know, costs 200 gold or whatever. One of them had a traveler's backpack. It is not included in the final gold on the picture on the left though. So at the end, at the very bottom, in purple colors, you can see the sum of everything divided by 3 hours. At the picture of the left, for example, 38 gold and 80 silver per hour. So this is 3 farming sessions of 12 runs each. That's a total of 36 runs. I wanted to do a lot of farming like this before I gathered enough information to calculate, just so I don't base everything on one farming session, because maybe I got super lucky. Or maybe I did get lucky in 03, I don't know. So I think we can say we can make 35 gold per hour minimum without herbalism, and with herbalism that will go up to 45 plus, and potentially with a very low chance we can find something super epic that will potentially sell for 200 gold or more. So that's all. I hope you guys enjoyed it and it was useful for you. I wish you good luck and happy farming. I will throw a couple of fail clips here at the end, but first don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I upload a lot of stuff in here. I also stream on Twitch, so don't forget to follow me on Twitch and check the stream when I'm live. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Have a good day. So the first thing we're gonna do as soon as we enter is we go straight up to the left side here. We yell, Leroy Jenkins, and jump into the first pack. So my gear for this is very good. You can do it without this good gear. What I did is I did a combination of my... What?